Guess I won't be needing these. Why, hello there. Good evening. What's up, folks? Just packed your bong. Oh man, that's cool. You're about to fap that this is better. Why don't you just fap to this then? What even is your life? I don't know, man. It's a good fucking question. It's a fantastic fucking question. Oh, man. No notification. Great. Gotta love YouTube, man. Isn't it fantastic? Whatever. It's 2:24 in the morning. So I can't really expect lots of people to be online right now. Although there are usually a damn sight more than this. Oh. YouTube fucking shit up again. Can you sniff my used shoes? A while back you asked how much her boobs weigh. I know how to do this, and you're gonna like it. She's here, she's asleep though. She works, so... She works a 9 to 5. You got it on your phone, just not on your PC. That's so weird. Now, who knows what the fuck is going on with YouTube? Who the fuck knows? Am I moving to VidMe too? I don't think anybody's moving to VidMe that I know. TJ is starting to cross-post to VidMe to give people who don't want to use YouTube another way to get his content, I guess. And maybe to establish a backup if YouTube gets fucky with his channel or something. He's got another place to go, but I haven't heard TJ say anything about moving in a long time. Trim my beard? No. Trim your own fucking beard, faggot. It's the title of this fucking stream, Give Paul Fucking Grooming Advice. If so, then I apologize. If not, then suck a dick. Assuming the others were okay with it, would you move the DP studio to Canada if you could? No. No, I wouldn't. And I don't even understand the question. Why would we want to be in Canada? I don't want to be a Canuck, dude. I'm an American. Love it or leave it. Paul is fat. Paul is dumb. Paul shall be filled with rhino cum. I've not seen Creed. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 sec. Wowzers. Are you guys fighting each other in the chat while I'm gone? Dude, that's pretty fucking messed up, dude. I'm sorry to leave you guys like that. I just had a genuine certified French vanilla situation. You ever have one of those like 5-alarm shits that shows up out of nowhere? Like, usually my body is pretty good about, giving me a heads up on when a shit's on deck. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, you've got T-minus 45 minutes to find a place to take a shit. But every once in a while, you just have one that's like, you've got T-minus 25 seconds to shit. And it's like, what? How did that happen? Now you got 20. Wow, dude. What else can I say but wow? Angry shits, dude. So, I've been pretty ridiculously depressed the last 4 or 5 days, maybe a little longer, maybe 6 or 7 days. It's been about a week now. It's been a fucking struggle just to get my fucking carcass out of bed every morning. And I don't have the type of job now where I can just be like, I'll just call in. There's no, you don't call in. And you go unless you're too sick to fucking sit in front of an audience. So it just gets pretty rough during these times. You're unsubbing? Well, cool. I guess you won't mind that I'm blocking your faggoty ass then. Got the butt itch. That sucks, dude. That just means you didn't wipe the ass good enough. How's my insomnia going? I get sleep, yeah. I do alright. What a pleasant surprise this is. Do I like the Teletubbies? No, dude. No. I was a little old when the Teletubbies came out. Got really bad withdrawals from weed. That sucks. Weed withdrawals? The peasants fucking on me is like friends fucking on friends. It's not something that I base my self-worth on. I've had guy friends my whole life. I know how they deal with one another. TJ gets a lot of shit too, yeah. That's what you think. My favorite Overwatch character is Sombra. I like Sombra a lot, man. Yeah, man, it's hard to imagine that, you know what I mean? TJ has already been through the fire. I think if I had ever had like a video of me shoving a banana in my ass surface, I probably would have just disappeared from the internet forever. But he just was like, fuck it, put a banana in my ass, who cares? Here's a video about it. Here's where you can find it. Fuck you. It's a pretty admirable way to deal with it. You are a dickhead. Yeah. TJ's an original, man. Will I brag about the grapefruiting if I get one? Yeah. If I get grapefruited and I get the green light to talk about it, you goddamn right, I'll brag about it and give you guys a full review of the grapefruiting. You have that exact same pipe. Cool. Oh man, dude, I'm trying to force myself to be sociable right now. I've been trying to do it all day. Like the guys invited me over to their house today. I probably could have said, nah, let's do it some other time, but I wanted to just like be around people. So when I get like this, my inclination is to not be around people, to like sit in my room and lay in bed and watch YouTube all day or some shit, pass in and out of consciousness. If my brain had its druthers, that's how I'd be spending my days, at least for the last week or so. Am I bummed Red Dead 2 got pushed back? I mean, I'm a little bit bummed about it, but I'm willing to wait for it. That's how you spend every day. I've been there. Fucking sucks. I went through a point, dude, towards the end of my time with my other job, and I think it was exacerbated by the fact that I just knew it was pointless for me to be going to work. Like, they had already replaced me. You know, I'd put in I'd given them like a couple of months notice that I was going to quit and the quit date so that they could hire a new dude. They'd already hired the new dude. They trained him. They were just kind of like, all right, Paul, here you go, your last month or so come on into work, you know, and it was so hard to get out of bed that last month. I had such a fucking struggle that last month to do anything. Yeah, one usually follows the other for me. Anxiety usually leads to depression, and that's exactly what happened in this case. I had some personal shit come up that I had to deal with. Make a mountain out of a molehill, basically, and worried about it for far too long before addressing it, and that exacerbated my anxiety for a couple of weeks, and then the natural fucking reaction to that was just, here you go, crippling depression for a month. Enjoy that shit. It's so cyclical, and it sucks. What are you gonna do? I have no idea if TJ has Asperger's or not. Don't you ask TJ? Oh. Asperger's? He's probably had Asperger's before. You had a gun to your head and had to choose one peasant beside yourself to be infected with herpes or you'd be killed. What? I hate those fucking stupid hypotheticals. I hate entertaining them. I hate that people find them so interesting to ask. They just inform nothing about anything. Ugh. They're a waste of energy to read, usually. Stop it. Stop with the fucking hypotheticals, man. Need a hypothetical break from the hypotheticals. Why do you constantly harass Paul with such stupidity? Do you not feel bad about yourselves, harassing this man with such pure autism and stupidity? Oh, man. I write quite a bit. I've never written a stand-up routine, although I could probably Well, and in fact, I say probably, but I've done it at our meetups before. Turn, my stories into a stand-up routine, telling the vampire LARP story, coupled with the S&M party story. It flows pretty well as a piece of stand-up comedy, and I didn't write it, but it's something that I just kind of rehearsed so many times that it happens, to come out that way, I guess. I'm interested in trying it. I've always been interested in trying stand-up comedy, even if I've never really had a desire. Like, I've never really had a deep desire to do it. I've always thought it was an interesting medium, and I'd like to try my hand at it. There's a comedy club here in Bellevue that does an open mic night. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I hate it when Terrys try to get uppity on the plane. Oh yeah, we gonna shoot us some Terrys. What's your most crazy LSD experience? I mean, I don't know. They're all crazy in their own right. The last time I dropped acid a few weeks ago, was in the hot tub with Ashley and TJ and Chelsea, and I started to feel like I was swimming in the globe. Like I started to see the surface of the water curve outward. It was like I was a giant that came along through space and was like taking a dip in the world. You know what I mean? It was a very strange feeling, but they're all weird, man. I don't know if there's been a craziest one. Yeah, it was pretty fun, man. It was a cool trip. It was a long trip. The LSD that we dropped, it was called Ganesha, and it's actually, I guess, technically not even really the same chemical composition as LSD. It's a different kind of drug, I guess. But it's very, very similar, but a lot mellower. Ever wake up from a vivid dream like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, I do that shit all the time. Like, I'll wake up in the middle of a dream and it'll take me a few seconds to realize that I'm outside the dream. Those are always the worst. Those dreams where something happens that's incredibly, like, worrying, and you wake up, and for that 10, 15, 20 seconds, you're like, oh, gee, you feel like it's still real. I used to have dreams as a kid of falling a lot. I don't have them anymore, but when I was little, I used to dream about I was falling a lot, and right when I would hit the ground, I would wake up. And when you jar, when you wake up from something like that, it would feel like I was hitting the bed. I used to think that when I was a kid, that I was falling and landing on my bed from somewhere, because it felt like that, startling awake at the end of it like that. I don't have those falling dreams anymore. I'm not sure what they were about. At least I haven't had one in a very long time. Can't remember the last one I had. Jesus loves you. I had a dream I was fighting with my dad, like a big brawl. So weird. Yeah, it's always weird when you have those dreams where somebody that you know personally acts so completely out of character. Those are always the eeriest dreams for me. I had my counselor who passed away last year, very important man in my life, but he was a very soft-spoken dude. I never heard him raise his voice, ever, even when he was angry. And I had a dream one time that he was just berating me. Just like saying the nastiest, meanest, most vile shit to me. And it was so strange to associate him with anything like that. Because it was just such the opposite of him. I used to dream of being in school. Like when I went back to college, I had stress dreams about school a lot, but I don't really dream about it anymore. Watching you keep going on in spite of depression and trauma inspired me to get my ass turn my life around too. Cool, man. I'm glad, dude. I appreciate that. Those dreams are so awful. Waking up is such a relief. Yeah. Can you believe Montana just voted for the guy that assaulted a reporter yesterday? Whatever. It's probably the most petty crime that a politician has been involved in a long time. I mean, I whatever. They shouldn't have. I saw the news story. They probably shouldn't have elected the dude, but it's fucking Montana. I mean, what are you gonna do? People up there don't have a fucking compass. They just live out in the wilderness. You had a dream where you dueled Abraham Lincoln medieval style? That's cool. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I very rarely remember my dreams anymore. And it's kind of gotten that way since I've been older. I used to remember my dreams almost every night. And as I've gotten older, I just don't hold on to them for long enough to remember them. I don't know if that's just something that happens with age or what, but these days, I know I'm having dreams, because I'll wake up from them, and sometimes like you'll wake up in the middle of a dream and you'll roll over and you'll have that like, oh man, I want to get back into that dream. So I know I'm dreaming about something, but within 10 to 15 seconds, like the way I wake up kind of kills my ability to remember dreams too, because when I wake up and I know I'm getting out of bed, I just march directly to the shower. I don't say hello to anybody. I don't stop to think about anything. I just immediately just like jump in the shower. And that's a virtue. That's to like avoid contact with people until I've gotten myself to a point where I can talk to people like a normal human being. I'm super nasty in the morning. Like, I'll just like pick fights and say nasty things. It takes me a while to level myself off. Oh no, dude. I literally, like, stopping to smoke would give me the opportunity to fucking pick a fight with Ashley or to get angry at something. Like, I've found that like my best fucking thing is to go straight to the shower. By the time my shower is done, I'm okay. I'm ready to face the day. Before that, you don't want to deal with me. It's the only time of the day that I'm really like that, like really unapproachably mean. It's kind of sucks because, sometimes you need to be woken up for things, like you need people to wake you up for things, and Ashley's really tentative about waking me up because my first thought when somebody pokes me or wakes me up is that, I just want to berate them. I want to yell at them for fucking me up. Like I was in the middle of sleeping. Fuck off. What do you want? Like, that's just my immediate feeling, even if it's not justified. Toke, coffee, repeat for about an hour. Yeah, I mean, that's probably smart. Most intense lucid dream. I've only had a couple of lucid dreams in my life, and both of them were when I was a kid. I was having these really, really intense recurring nightmares about zombies, and I remember having to talk with my dad about them, and I remember him sitting me down and saying, PJ, why don't you just kick those zombies' butts in your dream? And he was like, try that tonight. When you go to sleep, just think in your head, you're going to kick those zombies' butts. I was like, okay. I went and laid down and the dream started, but that little nugget of information was in there somewhere. And I was like, instead of running from them like I usually did and getting overwhelmed, by them, I turned around and started fighting them. And then I realized that, like, as I was fighting, that I could do whatever I wanted with them. And so I just, like, I was flying at one point, and I'd pick them up and drop them, and, I was like a superhero. It was pretty cool. and I felt like I had control over it. Like whatever power I wanted, I had, you know. So if the zombies, there was a ton of them, you know, I would think, man, I wish I had some like laser vision. I could burn all these zombies, and then I would have it, you know, and I'd be like, pew, zzz. Pretty cool. You thought it was normal to control your dreams? Hell no. That's pretty cool, man. To be cognizant and in control of your dreams is pretty cool. Yeah, it really worked. Like that was the little talk my dad had with me. Like, kick those zombie butts, man. What are they gonna do to you? It's your dream. You do what you want, man. You kick the butts. That little fucking nugget of encouragement from my dad was enough to plant that idea in my head, I guess, deep enough in the subconscious that I was able to realize when that recurring nightmare started that I could control some of it. And that was pretty cool. Where can you get this bong? It's a hashtag bong, so probably just Google it. Hashtag makes a lot of good lab quality bongs and just really nice thick glass, so it's a pretty cool bong. This is what is it? It's a 3-chamber bong. So look up hashtag. They make really good bongs. How do you get clown chicks? Dude, you gotta become a clown yourself. Clowny chicks only fuck with other clowns, dude. Yeah, you got to get a big-ass pair of shoes, a red nose, a flower that squirts when people try and smell it. What's your favorite strand that puts you to sleep? You mean strain of weed? God's Gift is a really good one for sleepy time. Kim Cookies is a good one to go night-night with, I found. But any weed can kind of help calm me down enough to go to bed. Even the higher sativa weeds can help mellow me enough to get me over the hill. Is Captain Tree still alive? He is. He still streams. I popped in on one of his streams the other day and said hi. Brett is like 1 year older than Paul, but looks 20 years older. Yeah, that's kind of sad, but it's true. He's a little more than 1 year older than me. He's about 3 years older than me, if my recollection serves. I think Brett turned 40 this year, and I turned 37 this year. Pretty sure that's the way it's been. He's either 3 or 4 years up ahead of me. Counselor died last week from cancer. The feeling I had was more of a surprised and unexpected feeling than of a mournful feeling. Yeah, I mean, I was very close to my counselor. I saw him for a very long time, and you know, despite the fact that you're not supposed to think of your counselor in such terms, I considered him to be my closest friend, you know. So it was really shocking when he passed, and it you know, just a pair of shoes that'll probably never get filled. He had a unique way of speaking that was just absolutely perfect for me. Snoop Dogg is like 50 and been smoking since 7 years old. Damn, see, check him out, dude. Please starve the manatee again. Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna starve that faggot. He's back on starvation schedule starting next show. He's done. I'm gonna let him starve for a little longer and see what he gets up to. Still feel bad for Corpse Midget? I mean, in a little way, I guess. I think a lot of his problems are self-created, but do you sweat less after losing weight? I will tell you something that I've noticed about going to the gym now, is that it takes longer for my heart rate to get up to that zone. I used to be able to get right there. Like when I first started going, it was like my heart was so ready to start, that it was just right there. Now, it takes me about 10 minutes to get my heart rate up to where it should be in the workout. So, what is this channel about? Basically, randomness. Randomness. I don't know if I still sweat like crazy, so. Do I still fuck better? Hell yeah, I do. The corpse midget thing is pretty fucked. You have to skip that part of the show because it's just depressing. I mean, it's not like we're finding some private citizen or whatever to make fun of. This is a dude that puts these fucking videos out there. Do you have any cheat days on your weight loss goals? I mean, I cheat here and there. I eat things that I shouldn't eat here and there. I just try and keep it to a minimum. I've never found a whole lot of success in like counting calories and shit. That's like, I don't know. I'm not real good at that. When was your last sex day? This morning before this. A couple hours ago, I guess. That were my last sex day. I used to weigh 350. I know what you're going through. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Yeah, dude. I do know sex, Devin. I do know sex whatsoever. Is TJ fatter than me now? No. Well, according to the BMI, no. I've still got like 25 pounds to go before I catch TJ. In terms of like cardiovascular fitness, I think I got him beat. I think I could out jog TJ. Does smoking make it harder for you to work out, or does it not bother me too much? Like smoking weed? I actually like smoking before a workout. I feel way more limber and it's easier to stretch and stuff, so it's kind of part of the ritual for me. I don't feel wheezy and short of breath like I did when I would try and work out when I was a smoker. I feel like my lung capacity is pretty good. I don't know. I don't feel like the smoking really... What books am I reading at the moment? I've been reading this one book for a long time, SPQR by Mary Beard. It's a historical nonfiction novel about the rise and fall of Rome, told through the eyes of some of the major players in Roman history. I've been chewing my way through that. I don't read anywhere near as much as I used to. It's just hard to find the time, unfortunately. Have you read The Silmarillion? Yes, I have. Yeah, I mean, I try and focus myself on one book until it's done. Cigarette fire. Yeah, dude. Cigarette fire. But he loved that cigarette fire, man. I really liked the Harry Potter books. I liked all of them. I sat down, like, kind of as a joke. The girl I was dating at the time was into them. And she was reading them, had them all. And she was telling me constantly how good they were. And I was like, this is a kid's book. She's like, no, you gotta read it. I picked up whatever the first one, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I just read them all. Just back to back to back. Every night I would read like 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters of a book. And they were great books. Game of Thrones, yes. Do you have a counterpoint list with TJ about Nirvana versus Manson? Could be interesting. Yeah, I'd do it. I mean, I don't know that I revere Nirvana on the same level that TJ reveres Manson, but it'd be an interesting argument to have. I definitely think that, Nirvana was more impactful than Manson. My favorite track on In Utero? Oh, man. It's so hard. It's so hard to pick. I mean, Scentless Apprentice is really good. Arabesque, yeah. Do you have any idea what Devin Tracy's been up to? Nope. I bet it is, dude. It's got a great drum track. Bleach. Swap Meet is a great song. I don't know. It's hard for me to choose that. I love most Nirvana albums. In fact, there's really not one that I won't listen to end to end. They're just great. Oh Me, of course, dude. Any thoughts about what happened in Manchester? No. I mean, I guess to everybody's shock and dismay, you know, the gentleman that perpetrated it was indeed a Muslim man. So, I don't know. I really have nothing else to add beyond that. It's kind of sad that that's the truth, but this type of shit's happening all the time now. And I can't think of anything to say about it that I haven't said about the other ones that have happened. Can I speak Arabic? No, I can't. My favorite character to use in Heroes of the Storm? I like Abathur. I would say I'm an Abathur main, although I'm pretty good with Diablo as well. There's police with assault rifles everywhere. Well, I heard that there were like credible threats of further attacks or something. So I guess it kind of makes sense that you guys would be in lockdown. We really don't experience that altogether too often here in the United States. We had a lot of those kind of alerts during 9/11 and in the follow-up. There was a lot of crazy shit that went down in the follow-up of 9/11 that people seem to have completely forgotten about it. There was a string of like anthrax attacks, like actual anthrax attacks, perpetrated by some crazy fucking scientist that stole a bunch of lab grade anthrax and was mailing it to fucking. And then people started doing these fake anthrax attacks where they were mailing like letters filled with white powder to the fucking Senate and shit. And the entire fucking House of Representatives and the entire Senate had to be fucking evacuated and shit several times, if memory serves. You don't hear a lot of people talk about that anymore. But fuck, that was a crazy time to be alive, man. I can't express to you how scared people were. How scared adults were at that time, man. Because we thought it was all connected. You know, we thought this was a systematic attack from the inside out. You know, we were being told that there were sleeper cells of Al Qaeda or whatever the fuck they were calling it back then all over the goddamn country. That they were being activated, you know, and there were these news stories showing you how to tape up your house in case of an anthrax attack, and fucking there were people making giant runs on the supermarkets to buy out all the bottled water and all the fucking fuel and propane and shit. It was crazy. Where was I on 9/11? I woke up to it happening. I woke up, my girlfriend, I guess, had turned on the TV at the foot of the bed, hoping that it would wake me up before she'd gone to work. And I woke up to the first tower burning. The first tower that was hit was burning. And at that time, you know, they were still speculating on what kind of plane it was. Some were thinking it was like, you know, some kind of smaller, non-commercial plane. There had been actually another plane crash into the World Trade Center, but this was like, or maybe it wasn't a World Trade Center, it was another building. This was years before 9/11, but it was like a Cessna style plane, and there were a lot of people speculating that that's what had happened. But as more and more information started to come out, the idea that it was a passenger plane started to get passed around. I moved downstairs where my stepmom, I was living with at the time, was watching the TV. My girlfriend had just left, and we sat down together, and as soon as I sat down on the couch, the second plane hit. I remember it. I sat down on the couch in my living room to watch more of this bullshit, and as I sat down live, that second plane hit. Big fireball, and I was like, what was that? I got a call about an hour before I went into work that all the Starbucks nationwide were closing, not to come into work. There was an eerie silence for 2 or 3 days when all the flights were grounded. Every once in a blue moon, you would hear a jet, like a military-style jet, fly overhead, but there was just silence. No planes, no... It was just strange. It was a very strange time to be alive. A lot of fear and a lot of anger and a lot of... just the crazy shit just kept happening. I mean, it certainly felt like the beginnings of that. I mean, in scale, it wasn't apocalyptic at all, but the reaction of people in this country and the fear that people in this country felt apocalyptic. Seeing the president make those kind of speeches and the solemn nature of everything felt apocalyptic. The anger in people had that feel too. I just remember how angry I was. I wanted, and I'm not even the warmongering type, but watching that happen, watching, live news footage of people jumping out of that fucking building. I just wanted us to carpet bomb a fucking country. I didn't even care if it was the country that did it. My initial fucking reaction was, man, I hope there are bombs falling somewhere because of this. I can't wait till it happens, And I wasn't alone. Most of the United States felt that way, at least in the initial weeks. How do you think we'd react to a modern day 9/11? Probably very much the same way we reacted to 9/11. We have the forethought of that kind of tragedy being possible. So I guess maybe the level of shock won't be as high, although I think if something like 9/11 happens, there's a whole generation of people now alive and almost adults or fully adults that weren't old enough or weren't even born when 9/11 happened. And, to those people, it's just kind of this distant historical thing. And they'll probably react with the same amount of shock. What's my take on this dude that's constantly giving big super chats on DP to see my dick? I don't know, man. Mr. Naughty Priest. I don't know what... I guess my take would be that he's probably rich. And he really wants to see my dick. I think it's closer to 1,000. Yeah, dude, he wants to see this dick. He ain't gonna see it, though. I ain't stupid enough to put pictures of my dick out there, man. I don't want my dick haunting my dreams every time I log into Twitter. I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. Nah, dude, he's gonna require some proof that it's my dick, dude. He's gonna want a full body shot or some shit. Mr. Naughty Priest equals Brett Keane. That's completely and utterly undone by the fact that Mr. Naughty Priest has money. Yeah, dude, I might marry Mr. Naughty Priest for his dough. I might consider doing such a thing. All right. Let's stop fucking around. It's time to get sleepy time high. I invite you all to do the same. Let's get sleepy time high. You about to sleep, Trip? We'll toast a bowl, my friend. Here you go. I'll pass you the bowl. Go ahead, take your hit. Here, I'll even spark it for you. There you go. There you go, chat. Here you go. There you go. Yeah. Get a good hit. There you go. See, I share. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Smoking weed and having allergies is one of the absolutely fucking... It sucks. You want to smoke a J with me in London? Cool, man. Can't you get like locked up for 1 billion years for smoking a J in London, man? I'm not trying to go to some fucking British gulag because I smoked a J, man. I don't want the bobbies to come, the Rozes to come and fucking take me away, dude. Wichita, Kansas, dude. Oh my god. I can't think of a reason why I'd be in Wichita, man. But if I am ever there, I'll look you up. We'll do a J. Are you deliberately the most compassionate member of the DP crew? Am I deliberately the most compassionate? I'm not deliberately anything. Like, I'm not trying to take the compassionate angle. I just, especially when it comes to kids, I feel a lot of compassion. So I guess it's deliberate, but it's not deliberate for the show. It's just the way I am. And, that doesn't... Santa called that kid fat. Yeah, he did, dude. Andy Camp's hot fries? No, man. Oh, wait. Are you talking... Are those the, like the chips, right? Like the little Cheeto-esque hot fry chips? I don't know if I've had that brand. Let me look it up. Look these Andy Camps up. Yeah. Let's see if I've had this brand. I have not had. It's Andy Caps. Andy Caps hot fries. I have not tried these, dude. see that video of Trump pushing a world leader? Yeah. Trump's a fucking national embarrassment. Can we please stop sending this buffoon around the world to further embarrass us and just keep him at home like a dirty secret? Can we just do that? Like a retarded kid that we don't want the world to know about? Can we just keep him chained up in the fucking Oval Office and give him something to play with? Give him a TV to watch, you know, and just keep him there. Just like a shirt. Like, can we fake some kind of terrorist threat to his security that forces us to keep him on 24-hour fucking lockdown until we can get his ass impeached? Can we just stop sending him places to embarrass us further? Please? Like, was there anybody that thought that this diplomatic visit was going to be anything more than a goddamn fucking nightmare from start to finish? Just bring his orange, buffoonish ass fucking home. Please. Put the orange fucking moron on a plane and bring it back home and put it in a cage. Please. Hide it away from the fucking world. Stop letting it talk to people. It's embarrassing us. I think Pence would be less embarrassing abroad. So I guess that's true. He'd be doing all the same reprehensible fucking shit that Trump is doing, but at least he wouldn't be a national embarrassment every time he opened his mouth or shook somebody's hand or at a photo op. I mean, let's just take away all of Trump's antics. Just pictures of him embarrass me. It embarrasses me to see other world leaders standing around with our world leader, who's a giant spray-tanned looking moron with a fucking dead cat on his head. Just looking at him is embarrassing. Just the way he looks, just having him show up to represent us is embarrassing. And that's before he opens his mouth or awkwardly shakes somebody's hand or shoves some dude or says some stupid shit that directly contradicts something he said the day before. He's a fucking nightmare. Please. Please. He's a total fucking nightmare. Every picture of this man is straight out embarrassing. Every picture. Every video, every fucking interaction he has with another person just makes me cringe. Can we just stop it? Oh my God. How is every pic so fucking bad? How? Look at him. Look at him. A big sallow sack of spray-tanned shit with a comb over on top of his fucking head. That's us. That's our representative. A big, paunchy, loudmouth, golfing retard. Oh. God bless America, dude. I mean, honestly, open your fucking eyes. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's do an experiment, right? I'm going to just Google Donald J. Trump. Okay? And we're going to take a fucking these pictures of this startling buffoon. All right. Let's just do this. So here's what came up. Let's start here. All right, this may be the best picture of Donald Trump that anybody's ever taken. But the reason for that is because somebody was smart and chopped off the embarrassing pile of shit on his head. Here's Donald Trump trying to look like he knows what he's doing, sticking his thumb up. There's the third top fucking result for Donald J. Trump. Here's Donald J. Trump trying to look solemn and presidential, but really looking like he's trying to hold back a fucking fart, dude. Here's Donald J. Trump reminding you that he is indeed now the president of the United States by
looking at the camera like he wants to either fuck it or punch it, and standing in front of the fucking flag in the White House. Here's Donald J. Trump smiling. Need I say more? Here's Donald J. Trump ranting about something. Here he is putting that stupid fucking thumb up in the air again. I mean, need I say more? Just look at this dude. Here's your president. Here's the dude that other nations have to talk to. Here's what they look at and they think, you know, here's what we elected. Here we go. There he is. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's a great picture. It's just a fucking nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Oh man. Yeah, it really is. It's like it just sounds like some kind of joke. You know what I mean? Like some kind of movie plot. But it's real. Do I miss any of my piercings? Not really. The labret piercing used to rub up against my gums, and I actually have like receding gums at the bottom of one of my bottom teeth here because of that piercing. Used to rub up against that fucking shit. My tongue piercing, can't say that I really miss having that giant fucking thing in my mouth. The eyebrow isn't really in anymore, so any tips, tricks to liking your boring job better? I have to go there in 15 minutes. Liking your boring job better? Fuck, man. I wish I had some good advice for you. Yeah, try and make a game of it somehow. Like, I don't know, man. We live in such a fucked up time. I don't know what advice to give you. You got a horrible, boring job. I mean, how do you tell a person like how to get through their day? I don't know, dude. Stop wage slaving in a 9-to-5 shithole. Yeah, that's easy, bro. Everybody's got that. Yeah, I love all the. Just quit. That's always an option for everybody. You know, people don't got fucking obligations and shit. They can just quit their jobs. I don't know, man. How do you give advice when Donald Trump is president of the United States? I don't know. Yeah, try and break up your day into like legs. I used to do that. Like I used to try and find ways to manipulate my brain into perceiving time differently. And so I would try and play this game where I wouldn't look at the clock for as long as I could fucking stand it. I just wouldn't look at the clock, so that when I did look at the clock, I would go, oh, only 3 hours left. Oh, only 4. I'm halfway there. You know what I mean? I don't know if it works or not, but man, it helped a little bit. You have a weird face, Paul. Yeah, I mean, I know. Trust me, I look at it all the time. I know. It does weird things when I talk. It emotes weirdly. I can't help it, though. It's the face I've got. I mean, I guess I could go get a bunch of plastic surgery.
I can't imagine what kind of nightmarish thing they'd make out of my fucking head. I'll just stick with my weird face. Ugh. Yeah, dude. Go to Anisian's plastic surgeon. You've got resting derp face, so you're like... That's like your rest face. That sucks. That's your grandpa's face. Resting axe murderer face, is that like... That must be fucking... must be fucking terrifying. Is it okay if you call me daddy? No. Please never call me that. No, rape face is like... You gonna get raped. You about to get raped. Right now. That's the rape face. Come on, dude. Come on. Get it right, dude. Get it right. Yeah, Onision's face is always really... like, that is a perfect... That's a perfect fucking rape face, dude. Does your grandpa have dementia? My grandpa's dead. My grandpa ain't got shit. Onision. I am not a Marxist, sir. Now quit asking. Fuck. I think that you are. Well, that's an interesting fucking theory you've got, but I'm not, so you're wrong. You can call me PJ, yes. I answer to PJ more readily than I answer to Paul. What political belief do you have that is way in the minority? I mean, we've talked about some of those. I believe that having a child should be something that you have to prove that you have the fucking ability to do before you do it. And that's a pretty fringe political belief. Hey PJ, how do you feel about being able to post boobs on Facebook? You can now? They made boobs okay on Facebook? I might have to go check out Facebook again. Can you help me make an Atheist Scum United type thing? Called Atheist Defense League, dude. I think you're about 10 years late to make that happen, man. The Atheist fucking Defense League, dude. Oh, shit. I kind of agree with that. I think social welfare requirements for having children should be stricter. Absolutely. But that's a very fringe belief. People get very, very protective over their, like, right to create another life. They think that that's just every human's fucking... At this point, especially at this point in our civilization, it's every human's fucking God-given right to create a kid for everybody else to have to pay for. And I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that when we live cheek by jowl like we do with one another, and we live in a society that has a social safety net, and we live in a society that requires there to be a decent, engaged parent, at least a parent in a child's life, for that child to be at all capable of competing in the job market or anything. I mean, like, it just, I don't understand why people are so fucking protective of that. The right for dumb people to create children that they have no fucking intention of supporting. I don't get it, but whatever. There's already way too many people in the world. The government should be paying people to not have children. I agree, dude. I think that instead of a fucking tax benefit to people that have children, I think that they should give fucking people like me that got no children a fucking tax break. Give us a little cut on our taxes for not creating another mouth for the fucking system to feed. Little tax incentive for being a fucking single person. Not reproducing. I feel like adoption should be more encouraged than giving birth to a child in this culture. I mean, yeah, there are fucking hundreds of thousands of children that need to be homed in this fucking country. We do not need every little fucking Tiffany and Stan who just got married at 18 because their parents told them it was wrong to fuck before they got married. So they got married right when they turned 18. And now they got their little fucking kid. Fuck that shit. Go adopt a kid. I'm just tired of the excuses. Tired of the bullshit. People are like, that's draconian. You're wanting to take control of people's reproductive systems. It's like, how draconian is it for you to want children to be fucking born into homes that don't want them so they can be abused and neglected? I'm the asshole, though. People saying the Earth can support billions more don't know the difference between fit and support. People that say that the Earth can't support billions more don't know the capacity of this Earth to turn out food. We've got more than enough arable land to feed billions and billions more people on this planet. The idea that overpopulation is a problem because we can't feed everybody on this planet is a myth. We don't want to feed everybody on this planet. That's the truth. The truth is that we have plenty of food, and we would rather let it rot on the fucking ground in some instances than give it to people that need it elsewhere in the world, because it's cheaper. So it's just a silly notion that we're running out of like the ability to support human life on this planet. Bullshit. I think that psychologists trained to be professional parents should be given children by the state that have no parent. There's not enough psychologists to even make a dent in the need for children with homes. So I guess that'll be that. So much arable land. Yep. Fuck trees. Well, I mean, we said fuck trees a long time ago, sweet bro. Where have you been? Yeah, pipe needs a cleaning. It really does. It's pretty resiny in there. It's looking pretty funk. I'm gonna give it a good soak, I think, tomorrow. Soak it in some alcohol and salt. Let it get all fucking nice and clean in there. How do I clean my pipes? I soak them, like I just said, in isopropyl alcohol. Add a little bit of just normal iodized salt in there. Shake it up. Like I like to put a lid on whatever I'm soaking it in and shake it around in there. Get the salt nice and worked in. I know you love hearing me talk about salt, by the way. Get the salt all nice and worked in. Then I like to stare at the piece and add even more salt by berating it for something that it didn't do. And then I have these little things. They're usually used to clean baby bottles. There's different sizes of them, and you can push those into your pipe and kind of clean with those. That's how I get any, gunk that won't come out after a nice long soak. If you've got a piece that's really fucking filthy, you can boil it. That'll take a lot of the crap off of it too. If you lost a bunch of weight, how would you deal with excess skin? I don't know. I'd probably be happier to have a lot of excess skin than to be fat and croak in another 5 or 6 years of a massive fucking coronary. So I guess I'll just deal with the fucking excess skin. Yeah, maybe I'll just like pull it all back into a ponytail. I'll have Ashley grab it all and just pull it to the back of me and just like put it in a ponytail behind me so from the front I look normal. I don't know. How much weight have I lost now? From my heaviest, I have to do the math. Last time I weighed in at 389, my heaviest was last time I weighed in was at 289. My heaviest was 350 or thereabouts. So, something like 50 pounds or so, 60 pounds. You can do the thing, my friend. Really obese people have to get it removed when they lose weight. Yeah. I've seen pictures of people that have lost a dramatic amount of weight and they've got all that like extra excess skin and shit. I don't know if I'm big enough to have all that kind of really super droopy skin and shit. I probably will be once I lose all the weight I need to lose. I'll probably have some floppy flops happening, but whatever. I know that like people that were really obese, you can have a lot of it like surgically removed, I guess. And I guess if it bothers me enough, I might do that. It's a scientific revelation that you think would significantly change the course of humanity's future. If we could absolutely fundamentally prove one of these strong current theories of the way that reality is structured, multiverse theory, string theory, those sorts of things, I think that could have a giant effect on the future direction of humanity. To have an immediate impact would have to be something just unignorably huge. It would have to be something like we discovered that, human beings didn't evolve here, or that our ancestors were placed here at some point, that we evolved differently than other animals, that there was some intervention, some alien hand. A cure for cancer, I don't think that would immediately change humanity. We've cured these massive diseases before in the past, and, certainly humanity thrives because of it, but I don't think that it's going to change the overall, social structure of humanity. A coworker flicked a cigarette on the ground right in front of me. I'm a janitor, and our supervisors made a big deal about people doing that, and I asked him to pick it up nicely, and he then tells you to fuck off. At that point, you probably should have just taken your broom and broken it over his fucking head and gone in and served your time in jail for assault, and gone out after that and found another low-level position and live the rest of your life smiling, knowing that that guy will never forget the day that you cracked a fucking broom over his head for being a fucking retard. I mean, you could do the world a service, dude. Don't kill the dude, but crack him over the head. Smack him up pretty good. Make him whimper a little bit. Every time that guy has the fucking impulse to mouth off to somebody, he'll remember that broom being broke over his fucking dome. No, don't actually do that. Don't actually go and you will go to jail. I'm just saying, man, wouldn't it be nice? Every once in a while, some karmic shit like that does happen. Somebody like that mouths off to the wrong person on the wrong day and they get fucking cracked up. And then that person, for the rest of their life, they've got that impulse still because they're an asshole deep at heart. Hey! But every time they go to say it, they think, is this going to be another one? Is this guy going to crack my fucking head open with a broom like the last guy did? It's like you're forcing a person to be a good person for the rest of their life. And you're doing it with a memory of you beating them with a broom handle. I mean, it's like, it's poetic. Are you an asshole, a pussy, or a dick? I can be all three of those things depending on what the fucking... what the circumstances are. I'd say I'm probably more of an asshole. Like, yeah, I'd say I'm closer to just an asshole than any of those. You're a pussy. That's cool. What's your favorite game that involves... oh, it's one of those dudes. Get out of here, bitch. Paul, talking during DP makes it better. I don't get the complaints. Oh, shit, dog. God only knows what they were up to in there. And furthermore, Susan, wouldn't be the least bit surprised to hear that all four of them habitually smoked marijuana cigarettes. Holy shit. You writing a fucking novel, man? It's beautiful. Sargon fucked your wife yesterday, Paul. I don't have a wife. So, who'd he fuck? Whose wife did he fuck? Did he fuck the wrong wife? Ashley's not my wife. He said he fucked my wife. Does holding in smoke actually get you higher, or is it just damaging your lungs? It does not get you higher. That's definitive. Once you fucking inhale that smoke, like you want to know, here's the big secret, guys. I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. You want to know why you get higher when you hold smoke in? Because you're denying oxygen to your brain. Okay? That's where the extra high comes from. You want to do that, go for it. I'll just smoke and hold it in for a second and blow it out like I normally do. What are your thoughts on the way that Jill Stein... Oh, one of you. Get out of here, faggot. I hate it when people hold it in for like 10 seconds. Yeah. Dude, it gets you like 10 times more higher, man. You hold it in for 10 seconds, bro. It gets you like 10 times more higher. Yeah, dude. Fucking cutting off the blood to your brain does it too. You wanna do that? Put a belt around your neck and take a hit. Just hang myself, man. Dude, when I take a big rip and then I fucking hang myself, dude, I get like 10 times more higher, dude. Auto, what would they call that, dude? Autoapodic asphyxiation. I don't know, dude. Auto. Auto weed-tastic high asphyxiation. Okay, cool. Oh, man. You had a friend who injected ecstasy into his balls. Oh, man. What is this fucking chat, man? What happens? It just seems like it gets to a certain point. Holy shit. Well. Ugh. What the fuck? Well, I'm gonna bid all of you adieu. Have a great night, everybody.